Facebook algorithm is this complete black box. You've probably heard a lot about the Facebook algorithm, whether you're trying to grow organically on Facebook or especially if you run Facebook ads. Everyone is talking about beating the algorithm, or the algorithm killed my reads, or I can't figure out this algorithm. Here's the thing though, there are actually parts where Facebook's organic content and paid ads work exactly the same, and other parts where they're completely different. In this video, we are going to analyze exactly how Facebook's algorithm works. I'm going to show you where Facebook ads and organic content follow the same process and where they split into completely different systems. Understanding this will completely change how you approach your Facebook strategy, whether you're posting organically or running ads. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why your organic content isn't getting seen, why your ads might be expensive, and most importantly, how to work with the algorithm instead of against it. Alright, let's start with where organic and paid content work exactly the same. Whether you post organically or run paid ads, Facebook starts with the same identical process. And I mean identical. Step 1, content collection. Every single time someone opens Facebook, the algorithm has to decide what to show them. So first, it collects all possible content that could be shown to that user. We're talking about thousands of posts, stories, reels, and ads. And now with Andromeda, this is happening using AI automatically. So the process is much faster. And step 2, user analysis. Then Facebook analyzes that specific users, what they have clicked on, who do they interact with most, do they prefer videos or photos, what time are they most active. The algorithm builds a complete profile of their behavior patterns. Step 3, relevance scoring. Here's where it gets interesting. Facebook creates a relevance score for each piece of content for each individual user. Think about it. Your posts get different score for every single person who might see it. Step 4, feed assembly. Finally, Facebook arranges all this content in order of predicted interest and serves it up in that person's feed. Now here's the key insight. Facebook organic posts and paid ads are going through the same relevance scoring system. And you might have noticed that the results are very, very different if you post or if you run paid ads. Why this actually happens? Basically, after that shared algorithm process, the paths completely diverge. As you can see here, for organic posts, no payment is required, but severely limited reach. We're talking about only 5.5% average organic reach. You have zero control over who sees your content. You're competing with friends and family content, which Facebook prioritizes, and there is no guaranteed visibility. Even your own followers might not see your posts. Now, with paid ads, of course, there is payment that is required. You're going to get guaranteed reach. You're going to pay, yes, your CPMs might be high, but if your creative doesn't actually have a really good relevance score, but you are going to get reach no matter what. You are going to enter into an auction-based competition, which is completely different than what organic posts are going through, and you can specify your target. In organic, you cannot actually do that. However, the specificity of your targeting is questionable. You cannot really target that well with Facebook ads nowadays. You have to imagine Facebook as a restaurant. The organic content that it is being served, it's basically the walk-ins, and the reservations are paid ads. And I can tell you for sure, this restaurant that is Facebook is all about the reservations. Like, your feed is going to be filled with ads and very few organic posts. Most of the tables are reservation only. Now we are going to uncover how Facebook's algorithm really works. The auction system is not as straightforward as you may think. I said in the beginning, it's basically a black box. And specifically the auction system, which is reserved, basically how they give the restaurant reservations. Facebook's official explanation is basically that the Facebook ad algorithm works as an auction system. The advertisers compete for user attention by entering a bidding war, basically, and the highest bid wins a piece of real estate on the user's platform. If this was all there was to it, you just need to bid higher than the competitors. But the thing is, on Facebook, if you're trying to do manual bidding, you're going to end up losing money most of the times. if you leave the bidding automatic, you are guaranteed to have better performance. So actually, this is not entirely true. Facebook decides where to bid and how much to bid for each individual ad you publish. So this is the formula that we are presenting. Basically, the advertiser's bid, there is an estimated auction rate, and there is a relevance and quality score that every ad actually gets. This formula right here, it is being done automatically, and there is almost nothing that you can do about that. Like, you cannot change the estimate auction rate, you cannot change the advertiser bid, and the only thing that you can focus on is the relevance and quality score. So this is where you need to pay attention. Facebook makes money by selling advertising real estate. So people see the ad, so basically they have placements because they have the attention of users, and you basically pay to be a part of their feed, to show your ad to their feed, But the thing is, bad quality ads risk losing users, and fewer users mean less advertising revenue. So the main goal for Facebook is to keep users on the platform as long as possible. What we can control from that function, we can control the quality of our ads. So basically make ads people find interesting and they engage with. Simple as that. Have you ever had the feeling that Facebook ads is actually gambling? You're right to have this feeling because it actually is. To have a relevant score for your ad, they cannot advertise to the whole audience that they have. So what they do, Facebook algorithm selects different pockets within interest groups. So basically, they have different pockets of dog lovers, for example, Star Wars fans, pop music, and they have those pockets of people that randomly they show the ads to. And if your ads happen to actually show in a good pocket, it's going to score a high relevant score, and that is going to influence the next pocket that you are going to open up. And that is going to affect the performance of the ad. Because yes, we can have a really good relevant score, but if Facebook randomly selects people that are not interested for the exact thing that we're showing in the ad, because yes, we can have an amazing creative, an amazing ad that we are showing to people, but if Facebook randomly doesn't select the correct audience to show to, we're going to end up with a poor relevant score on a really good ad. And that's the same. And especially in the past, this was happening quite a lot. That's why we had the interest targeting and we played around with a lot of interest so we can be lucky. There were times that you duplicate an ad in the past and it suddenly performed amazing. There were times from some of the ad accounts that we were managing that we had an ad that was performing poorly, and when we duplicated, just out of random luck, it actually generates real revenue and there was increase for this particular ad. This was a real problem for Facebook. That's why Facebook decided to take away the targeting from us and build an internal system that is going to be much more efficient at targeting. So what happened? Facebook reduced targeting control. It introduced detailed targeting expansion. It actually pushed for broad targeting options. This actually simplified our ad accounts mostly. But the thing is, how Facebook is targeting right now that we don't play around a lot with the interests. So basically they shifted from the targeting happening on the ad set level to start happening on the ad level based on the creative that you have. So Facebook, what it does, it actually takes the copy from the ad, the script transcribes the video that you already have published and targets people based on the content of the video and the content of the ad specifically. So let's say if I say in an ad, if you're an e-commerce owner that is doing above 10K per month, it is most likely going to show this ad to people that are e-commerce owners that are doing above 10K per month. There is still the luck issue. Sometimes it just won't do it, no matter how we try. But you basically, right now, you need to target with the creative, not with the targeting options on Facebook. And the current strategy is not to actually test different audiences, but test different creatives. So feed Facebook as many different creatives and variables as possible so it can figure out what resonates better with its algorithm. For last key takeaways, the algorithm evolution. Facebook's AI algorithm is moving towards AI-driven creative optimization rather than precise targeting. 2. Focus shift. Success now depends more on creative quality and testing than targeting precision. And 3. User experience. Facebook prioritizes keeping users engaged over maximizing advertiser control because they are going to make more money if they show relevant ads. So this was a solution that they had to implement to make their platform better. It's not for us advertisers to take our jobs, it's for Facebook to become better as a platform. Because when we mess up with targeting and people are seeing ads that they don't resonate with, they were losing traffic and they had poor user experience. That's why they did this change. And this change is not bad. It is what it is. You have to work with it, not against it. Don't try to play around with interests. It is not going to solve the ROAS issue most of the times. Creative is the new targeting. You have to focus on your creatives and target people with your creatives. And for organic posts, your reach is very, very limited. You're only going to get 5.5 engagement. Your reach is going to be very limited. And I don't think this is going to change anytime soon. You basically are not paying, and Facebook wants you to pay because they want to make money. So for organic posts, it's going to be even more difficult to reach customers nowadays. And that's a wrap on today's breakdown of Facebook's algorithm. Now, here's something important to keep in mind. This algorithm is constantly evolving. Facebook keeps making changes, and these updates can significantly impact your performance. You've seen this especially with the recent updates like the Andromeda rollout, which shifted how algorithm processes and delivers ads. So make sure you're staying on top of these changes and monitoring how they affect your campaigns. And just to be clear, I don't sell any courses, I don't have affiliate links, and I'm not posting any communities. I'm just sharing what I've learned from managing over $1 million per month in ad spend, because I think this information should be accessible to everybody trying to figure out this platform. If this breakdown helped you understand Facebook algorithm a little bit better, let me know in the comments. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.